I just love nature. Hi guys, quarantine mode, makeup's down. This is Adorning Hope. As you can see, it's the spring season in Germany. The flowers are springing forth, so should your life. Alisema kuwa mimi nasema kuwa. Wow, it's a new day and I'm blessed. I'm just blessed to come back here with a new topic. This is a substitute for the skit, The Lies That Bind, which will bring the second episode after the quarantine. Yeah. Today we are going to talk about human being and being human in relation to abuse. We know that in life, no one likes to be abused. Even animals don't like to be abused. If you abuse an animal or flog it, the animal will definitely run away or it will fight back or attack you back. That's how life is. Abuse can be likened to flogging one's heart or emotions. You can literally break and kill this person. Let's hear what our guest speakers from the Soul Breakfast have to say on abuse. Stay tuned.
I am sure you've had an experience with abuse, either gone through it yourself, read about it somewhere, or had a story of someone who's gone through abuse. Now, today we want to give you the effects of abuse and help you come out of it. Now, number one, when you go through abuse, there are changes that happen in your system. There could be physical changes and emotional changes. Now, we don't want to dwell so much on the physical changes because, as they say, time heals all wounds, and physical wounds are fast to heal. So let's focus more on the emotional wounds.
That's right. And what are the effects of abuse in our lives?
Yeah.
One of them is it lowers our emotional strength.
Indeed, and when your emotional strength is lowered, what quickly happens is you get stressed up, you get depressed, and before you know it, you have compromised your immunity. So you become more susceptible to every kind of other disease.
And as a result of that, we are not able to perform at our optimum. You see, when someone is a bit stressed, not at their good health, they are not able to function well mentally.
And the other thing that comes in very quickly is we begin to make all kinds of wrong decisions. Because you see, the moment you realize you've not been able to achieve the much you wanted to achieve because either you were trolled, people said bad things about you, or they made you feel like you are less of a human being, you begin to doubt yourself, you have low self-confidence. And in effect, you are not able, as she said, you're not able to perform at your optimum, and you quickly start making wrong decisions. So you don't even try things out, you don't retry the ones you had failed previously,
Quite intense effects there. So how do we get out of all these effects?
The very important one is, number one, know your worth. And that has nothing to do with the kind of price people place on you.
Yes, guys, sometimes someone may think that you're not the best, and when they say these things to you, somehow it affects your self-confidence.
Indeed.
So what you're saying is, let your mind be always very clear.
Yes.
Who am I? Where am I headed?
Yeah, indeed. And the moment you know your worth, the opinions of others will not affect you. You know where you belong, you know that God is your father, you know who you really are, and so the opinions is just the opinions.
And may I remind you, you're an equal partner in this earth. So you were created individually just to fulfill a specific purpose. So guys, let not anyone put you down.
Everybody is doing something as a contributor to our common good. Irrespective of how small whatever you do is, it is important. Take the example of your body. The eyes don't do exactly what your tongue does, nor does the leg do what your hands do. Each part of you has its own role to play. So irrespective of what you do, just know that you are an equal contributor, like the other person.
You may not be working in that office.
Yeah.
You may only be serving tea in that office, but you realize you need to serve that tea for those who are working behind the computers to give their optimum. So guys, everyone is very important. Don't allow anyone to put you down.
Allow me to also add this right there, that sometimes you get so much troll, you get so abused that you want to start imitating and copying people who seem to be doing much better than yourself, those who seem to be succeeding and not getting as much backlash and trolls as you are. So you begin to copy. Now the danger of copying is you can always, even if you try your level best, you can always be number 2, because the person you're copying will always be number 1.
Guys, do you have a family, a sibling who seems to be shining all times and the parents are just referring to that specific sibling, that you need to be like so and so? You are an individual. Look at your strengths and focus on them. Don't allow anyone else, including your very own parents, to convince you to be someone you're not.
Like he said, you have your own trajectory, follow your path. You are uniquely made so that you pursue different goals, follow your own trajectory.
If maths is not getting into your head, I'm sure literature is. I'm sure singing is. Just try something else which you're sure it's your path and you will enjoy life.
Very true. And maybe finally for today is some of these things you cannot do on your own. You need somebody, the person who made you, who created you, who really knows your value. So you need to quickly always go back to your creator and ask of him, who am I? Where am I supposed to be? He will always teach you to forgive those who've abused you before. He will help you even find a way of growing up and standing up again.
What you're saying is the best solution to all this is your relationship with your maker. How is it? Always check and see, how does your maker consider you? Because he manufactured you, he made you, he has all the manual, and you can only know what you're laid out to do if you have a relationship with your maker. So I encourage you all to consider having a very intimate relationship with your maker. When you have all these abuses coming along, please go back to your maker, pray, read through the Bible, and understand who you are in the kingdom of God.
It will quickly help you in a change of attitude and renew your willpower to pursue the authentic journey that you're meant to follow.